भव कुञ्ज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन व्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरा वनचारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे। जय राधा शरद बिहारी राधा शरद बिहारी राधे। जय सीताराम जय सीताराम जय सीताराम जय सीताराम। जय गोपालनाथ जी जय गोपालनाथ जी जय गोपालनाथ जी जय गोपालनाथ जी। निताई गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताई गौरा हरि बोल। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तरशत श्री श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस एसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, Hari Hari Bol. Thank you so much for giving me such a wonderful opportunity to speak to all of you this evening. Actually, this is my great fortune to come here and to have darshan of such beautiful deities of Gauranitai, Sri Ram, Lakshman, Janaki and Hanumanji and also Gopalnathji. I think this temple is unique because of the presence of unique deities here. I mean, I have never ever seen such beautiful Gauranitai ever in any of the temples. I must admit in front of Sri Gauranitai. So thank you so much for such a great fortune. So I was contemplating what I should be speaking today. And I thought to myself, what topic I should take. So I concluded, let's talk about the topic from flame to flicker. Is the presentation visible over here? Okay. From flame to flicker, or symptoms of fading bhakti. But before we get into the topic, let's just follow our Shishta Parampara. And what is our Shishta Parampara? Mangalacharan. To invoke auspiciousness as well as to beg for the mercy from those acharyas or from those leaders who have given us this treasure of knowledge. So whosoever knows these verses, please recite along with me. In interest of time, we are cutting short this Mangalacharan, but whatever verses we are reciting is very, very important. So let's just recite together. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadhamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vande Om Shri Guru Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Thank you once again, and Neelmani Prabhu kindly introduced me so nicely as the speaker of today's class. But I would like to introduce all of you the real speakers, yes, real speakers of today's class. And the real speakers or the references from where I'm going to speak today are these books, and these are the real speakers, not me, no Madhavi Gaurangi. I am just a postman who is just deliver the message from their books. So Bhagavad Gita, our beloved Lord Shri Krishna, of course, how can we forget that, right? That's the base of all the philosophical understanding here. And then we have Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, or Nectar of Devotion. So this Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, it has been given to us by a very exalted Acharya or leader of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. His name is Rupa Goswami. He is an eternal associate of Lord Gaurachandra, and has given such a beautiful text in the form of Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. I don't have that much time to go in detail in all the books, but I just want to scratch the surface today. Okay, and the next is Srimad Bhagavatam. Every morning we hear Srimad Bhagavatam classes. The Srimad Bhagavatam has been given to us by or compiled by Vedavyas Muni. And who is the narrator? So many narrators of Srimad Bhagavatam. So many narrators. Let's just take the main narrator, Shukdev Goswami. Bhakti Sandarbha, Sri Bhakti Sandarbha. Very beautiful composed text which establishes the bhakti as the complete and the ultimate process to achieve Bhagavan Shri Krishna, who is a person who is a person. Next is, and it's this Sri Bhakti Sandarbha, it is given to us by Jiva Goswami. And next is Madhurya Kadambini. This Madhurya Kadambini is a very, very nectar of a literature given to us by a very exalted Vaishnava by the name Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. In this book, he is taking one verse from Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu and he elaborated it so nicely. And why he did that, I'm going to explain in a matter of time. All right. So let's just start. What happened at the time of creation? At the time of creation, when the Lord Mahavishnu, who is Mahavishnu? How many Purusha avatars are there? 3. 3 Purusha avatars are there, right? And Mahavishnu is the expansion of the Supreme Lord Krishna. So this Mahavishnu resides in Viraja river or Karanodakshaya ocean. And in his body, 2 potencies are residing. What are those 2 potencies? One is Maya Shakti and other one is Jiva Shakti. Maya Shakti or external potency or Bahiranga Shakti. And next is Jiva Shakti. And all the conditioned jivas, I repeat, all the conditioned jivas. What is the definition of being conditioned jivas? Those living entities who are away from the Supreme Lord from beginningless, Anadikala. And what is the reason behind it? The reason is that this set of living entity is bereft of the knowledge of Supreme Absolute Truth. Paratatvam Jnanam Abhavam. That means this particular kind of living entity is away from the Lord. The reason is because this living entity doesn't possess the information about Bhagavan. And because this living entity is away from the Lord, it is conditioned and gets into the contact with other energy of the Lord. What is that energy? Maya Shakti. But not the Maya Shakti. Maya potency has 4 components. What are those 4 components? Prakriti. And Prakriti is what? 3 modes of material nature. Mode of goodness, passion and ignorance. Vidya, avidya and karma. These are the 4 components of Maya Shakti. So now this living entity at the time of creation, when Lord wants to create as his pastime, he plays with both of these potencies. And at that time, this living entity who is always covered with karma. Because, whenever material creation happens, this living entity goes in all the time revolving around and covered with karma. And because of the connection with what? Maya Shakti. Because of the connection of Maya Shakti, this living entity gets other layerings. The first layering this living entity gets is avidya, which is made up of tamo guna, mode of ignorance. And with the presence of that, this living entity forgets that I am a soul. What is the characteristic of soul? That soul is Satchidananda Rupa. Okay? Satchidananda Rupa. So the Chit Shakti or the knowledge potency gets covered by avidya. And this soul just forgets that I am spirit soul. I have the potency of bliss and potency that I am eternal. And not only that, the other layering of Maya, which is Mithya Hankar, false ego, comes into picture. And this soul already forgets everything. Now, other person, this false ego is coming and making the consciousness of this soul connecting with those identities which this soul is not. You know what's happening? I am forgetting and I am connecting myself with something which I am not. How fool I am getting here, right? So many layers like that. And then this living entity gets a body according to its karma and Swabhava. Swabhava is what? Swabhava is in what kind of nature this living entity in previous condition or previous creation left his body. This, and how many planetary systems are there? 14. So anywhere this living entity can go, revolving around, being a insect or being a demigod, being a Rakshasa, Yaksha, etc., etc. But by the accumulation of pious credits, some time this human form of life comes. And this human birth is very, very rare. Now please don't tell me that we keep listening this Mataji all the time. You know, every other speaker speaks the same thing, that his human birth is rare, rare, rare. Okay, now my ears have become immune with this, right? Again and again. And now you're repeating the same thing. Why? Because when we are taking birth in upper planetary system, we are enjoying. When I'm taking birth in lower planetary system, I'm suffering. But in which birth or body you are getting the chance to create new things, human form of life. This is the only gateway, my dear friends, to escape the cycle of birth and death. You know how many times, for how long this living entity has to change the gross bodies? For one lifetime of Brahmaji. Because creation lasts for one lifetime of Brahmaji, one exhalation of Mahavishnu. And what is the duration of Brahmaji's life as given in Srimad Bhagavatam? Roughly 311.42 billion human years. And this is also, my friend, is a Nyaya Shastra. That means that, you know, when a small child comes to mother and say, Mama, Mama, I want to see the moon. Can you tell me where is the moon? The mother is not going to tell, you know, a child, you know, yeah, there are 14 planetary systems and these are the upper loka, this is the madhyam loka. No. What she is going to say, she's going to say, see that's the neem tree. And behind that neem tree you can see moon, and the child will say, yes. So moon is right there next to this. If you cross this tree, you will find the moon. So what is this? Just an indication. Is the moon right there, my dear friends? No. Similarly, when the Shastras are presenting some numbers, that is indication. That is indication. And for one lifetime of Brahmaji, for 311.42 billion years, I have to change my gross body. Who wants to keep changing their gross bodies? Please raise your hand. Nobody, right? Nobody. And how fortunate are we that we have gotten this beautiful human form of life, right? So let's just take the name of, or for example, the name Devadatta. This living entity's name is, not the name, but the gross body's name is Devadatta, and he got a beautiful human life. And after getting a beautiful human life, what this Devadatta is doing? He is a what? Vikarmi or karmi or what? Karmi is a person who follows the injunctions of Shastras but is not giving the fruits to the Lord. He is not doing karma yoga. Many times I have seen that we use the word karmi for vikarmis. So he is a vikarmi who has no knowledge of the Lord, and nor does he wants to have knowledge of the Lord. He is enjoying his life to the fullest. What not he is doing, the picture can show you, can tell you. I don't want to tell this because beautiful deities and exalted Vaishnavas are sitting here. And at the end of the day, not even if the end of the day, he is thinking he is enjoying, but in fact what he is doing, he is just suffering. He is just suffering, and he is realizing that this himself too, that I am suffering. Again and again, I'm trying to build a house. Again and again, my house, there are so many obstacles are coming. What is this going on in my life? So what was the earlier problem, my dear friends, I started discussing at the start of my presentation? Why this living entity turned away from the Lord? Because of the lack of knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and this living entity turned away. Now what is the solution of the suffering? The solution is, if I turned away from you and I am facing problems. So how do I rectify my problems? By turning back to you, right? That's the easy way. That's the easy way. So now, by mercy of a Param Swatantra Bhakta. Param Swatantra Bhakta is most independent devotee of the Lord. He comes into the life of this Devadatta. He comes in the life of a Devadatta and talks to him. See, my dear Devadatta, you are such an intelligent person. And you are not understanding this little thing, that you are a soul. You just have forgotten it. You just have forgotten it. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has given an example to prove this or to explain this. He said, it's just like someone else is stealing. Someone else is stealing, and I am saying that I stole, and not only that, I stole, but I am running out of the fear of cops. So, I am not the stealer, I am not the thief. So this devotee explains, when a devotee sadhu comes in one's life, comes and talks to him about his real position. What's your real position? Jivera Swarupoe Krishnera Nityadas. So Krishna in Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 20th chapter, verse number 6, he is saying there are only 3 paths. What are those 3 paths? Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. Jnana Yoga or Karma Yoga both need Bhakti, because that's why they are becoming yoga. What is the meaning of yoga? Linking, connection. And what is that connection? Only comes by Bhakti. And there is a whole process of going into Jnana Marg, and also there is Ashtanga Yoga. But because we all are bhaktas, we have introduced to this path of Bhakti. So I am only going to take this path, which is the right side of the diagram, we say, transcendental diagram. Anyways, so now this Devadatta, he listens to this devotee. Listens to this devotee, and he feels, I don't know what he is talking about. I am really good, right? This happened with most of us, right? With most of us before our coming to Krishna consciousness. He doesn't believe on what he has, said. But again, he thought to himself, let me just try. What's the, what is the problem in just trying this? And he start associating him with devotees, coming to the temple and associating with devotee, hearing, chanting, dancing in Gaura Arati, like all of us were doing before, right? So he started doing that. And with that, he attained some kind of Shraddha or faith. But right now his Shraddha or faith is not firm. But he is associating, and this association is called initial sadhu sangha. What this association called? Initial sadhu sangha. Why I am using initial sadhu sangha? Because the slide is coming. Our Rupa Goswami has given us the progression path of bhakti. These are the 9 stages of devotional service. But Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has divided these 9 stages into 14 stages, which start with Mahat Seva, Satam Kripa, which we already took as initial sadhu sangha. But here Rupa Goswami is starting with, let's just recite this verse if everybody can see along with me. आदौ श्रद्धा तथा साधु संगा तथा भजन क्रिया तथो नर्थ निर्वृत्ति स्या ततो निष्ठा रुचिस्तथा अथा शक्तिस्ततो भाव तथा प्रेमाभ्युदञ्चति सदा कानम् अपेयं प्रेमणा प्रद्युभावे भवेत् क्रमः. So this is the progression. The word Adav in this, the commentary which Jiva Goswami has given on the book Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, he is saying this Adav is initial sadhu sangha, which Devadatta already got. And why this initial sadhu sangha? Because in order to enter into the progressive stages of bhakti, what we need? We need drid shraddha, or firm conviction in what? Firm faith in what? Krishna is far from him right now? In Shastras. In Shastras. He needs firm faith in Shastras. We say three things, right? Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. But my dear friends, Shastra is independent. But Guru and Sadhu are dependent on Shastra. If Guru and Sadhu are not following Shastra, will you accept that person as Guru and Sadhu? No. This Shastra is, what this Shastra is independent. And the Shastra Praman, everything, Shastra is the one, and there are so many definitions. Explanation, elaborated discussion has been given by Jiva Goswami in his Tattva Sandarbha about the word Shastra. In short, Shastra provides that knowledge which I cannot access through my senses. So, Drid Shraddha is what is very much important. So, this Shraddha is firm faith in the injunctions of Shastras. And then comes Sadhu Sangha. Now, Mataji, you just spoke with initial Sadhu Sangha. Now, again Sadhu Sangha. What is going on? This Sadhu Sangha is the Sangha with realized and advanced devotees. Where I can, and our acharyas have mentioned what kind of devotees we should be associating with so that this path become easier for us. Bhajan Kriya. I just perform bhajana, accept diksha, first initiation, second initiation, deity worship, and then anartha nirvritti stage comes, cessation of all the unwanted things. Then nishtha comes, steadiness, and ruchi. What is ruchi? Ruchi is taste. Ruchi is start tasting. And after ruchi is what? Asakti, attachment. And then bhava, emotions. And then I got prema. I got it. It's so simple, right? It's so simple. I don't have to do so many things, right? Only 9 stages, just put everything. But is this path really that straight which I am thinking? Really straight? I'm going to come on to that, Prabhuji. So, how many of us feel that I am still on the, I am on the same spot where I have started my bhakti with? I feel like that. Still. Why I am not progressing? Because this path of bhakti is as crooked as the serpent. It's not easy to walk on the path of bhakti. What are you saying? Bhakti is so simple. Everybody says that, you just chant one round, you get it. Bhakti is so simple. And Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu is giving, out of 6 characteristics, one characteristic of bhakti, that bhakti is sudurlabha. What is the meaning of durlabha? Difficult. And what is the meaning of sudurlabha? Very difficult. Why there is the contradiction? The contradiction is, I can enter into the path of bhakti, but moving up is very difficult, my dear friends. Jiva Goswami in Bhakti Sandarbha, Anucheda number 153 mentions, truth is hindered by 100 obstacles. Penances are hindered by 1000 obstacles. Bhakti unto Govinda is hindered by everybody.
10,000 obstacles.
How many, Prabhu?
10,000.
10,000 obstacles. Really? Are these my words? No. These are the words of Jiva Goswami. He is saying that. But why? What's happening in between? Where is the loophole? Loophole, 10,000 obstacles. These 10,000 obstacles have been given to us in 4 categories by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in his beautiful book Madhurya Kadambani. These are the unwanted things in my bhakti which I am doing. I am talking about myself. You all are exalted devotees, I know that. But that's why I am here, to take association from all of you. But these are unwanted things which fades my bhakti. The first one is Dushkrito Anartha. All of you are aware about Anartha, what Anartha is? Unwanted things. So Dushkrito Anartha, or those unwanted things which arise due to my previous sinful reactions. Previous sinful actions I am going. Now I am not going to specify particular things, but if I am getting obstacles in my bhakti due to some things like my body is not in a good situation, my circumstances are not in a good situation, then think that these is coming from the Dushkrito Anartha. And what are those 6 Anarthas, Mataji? What are those famous 6 Anarthas? Lust, anger, greed, etc., etc. Where are those? They come under the category of Dushkrito Anartha. Next is Sukrito Anartha. Those unwanted things which arise because of my good pious activities. Now what is this? I was thinking, what is this? Pious activities, don't do pious activities, don't do impious activities. What is going on? So pious activities, the results are extreme beauty, extreme fame, extreme wealth. You tell me how many extremely famous people come to the temple, come into the path of bhakti. How many extremely beautiful, successful people in the material world are coming in the path of bhakti. And even if they are coming, they are again getting the mercy of Param Swatantra Bhakta. So, Sukrito Anartha. Although these are the good things, but I don't want them, because I want to grow rice, but wheat is growing there. Or let's take the other way around. I want to grow wheat, but rice paddy just certainly comes. I don't want that. So I don't want even pious reactions from my before life. Next is Apradho Anartha. Now, Dushkrito Anartha and Sukrito Anartha are more on gross level. But this Apradho Anartha, or offenses committed against the Shastra, devotees and sadhu, all these offenses come under the category of Apradho Anartha. 10 offenses which we chant in the early morning comes under the category of Apradho Anartha. And this Apradho Anartha is the main culprit, offenses, because they are on subtle level. Even I don't get to know that I am committing offenses. So, Bhakti Utya. Bhakti Utya is when I am slackening in my bhakti practices, and because of that reason, these problems are coming, unwanted things. So we are going to talk about the subtle offense. And my dear friends, with bhakti, Sukrito Anartha, Dushkrito Anartha start fading away. But Apradho Anartha is the one which keeps with us all the time. And this devotee is thinking, what's going on? What are the offenses against Shastra, devotees, So there is a story in Bhakti Sandarbha about explaining the simplicity of bhakti. It says that in Vishnu Dharma Puran, there is a story of mouse. I don't know how many of you have heard this story. That there was a mouse who was residing in the temple of Vishnu. And once it happened that the lamp was going on in the front of Vishnu deity. And this mouse came and he started drinking the ghee from the lamp. And because of that, he got injuries all over of his face. And he left his body. In next birth, this mouse became a queen. And this queen was a devotee of Lord and worshipping the deity of Vishnu and, used to offer lamp every day to Vishnu. So she got liberated. Other story comes that, there was a bird and a hunter shot this bird. And a dog, he put this bird into his mouth, and because in order to run away from this hunter, this dog was running and circumambulating the temple. And now this dog as well as the bird got liberated. So many of these stories have mentioned. So now when we read this, we say, one holy name is enough to deliver you, right? And here I am just rubbing my chest till there. What is happening? This is over-exaggeration, right? Given in Shastras. Right? And there is a technical word for this over-exaggeration. And this is the technical word is called Arthavad. Can you say Arthavad? So, Shastra does over-exaggerate things in criticizing as well as in glorifying. But exaggeration or arthavad happens when Shastra is talking about karmakanda or fruitive activities. For example, eating the remnants of a yajna, you are going to become, or you are going to get the remnants of somaras, and you are going to become immortal like demigods. You tell me, are demigods immortal? No, they are not. They just have a longer duration of life than us. Just like an insect thinks that human being is a immortal being, because this insect's life is 2 hours and he is thinking this human being is immortal, right? So similarly, Shastra is over-exaggerating when it comes to fruitive activities. And why the Shastra is doing this? In order to encourage vikarmis to perform pious activities. But as far as bhakti is concerned, devotional life is concerned, devotional service is concerned, Shastra is not exaggerating or doing arthavad in any way. Yes, it has been said that with one holy name, you can deliver. Why? Because Bhakti Maharani is Swarup Shakti of Lord. What is Swarup Shakti? Intrinsic characteristics of the Supreme Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Right? And Bhakti Maharani has the potency to show her mercy onto anybody. And also, Bhakti Maharani has the potency to refuse to give her mercy to you. And why Bhakti Maharani is doing, favor to such people, some people, and not favoring to other people. Suppose, Mataji, what's your name? Madhurya Makheshwari Devi Dasi. Okay. Mataji, after Nirjala Ekadashi, I invite you at my home. Come and take prasadam. And I make 2 bags of, what you call it in Hindi, makhana, lotus seeds. And on the other hand, my dear Bhabhi, Krishangi Vilasini, she invites you, Mataji, you come to my house, I will give you prasadam. And she has only very small plate in which there is paneer butter masala, dal makhni, little bit sabji, chawal, and roti. What you are going to prefer after Nirjal Ekadashi? Krishangi Vilasini. Why? What's the reason? Because her food has substance or you want that. So you know, Krishna thinks like you. Krishna is a person, he thinks like you. We perform any kind of austerities, charity, so many of things. But one holy name with love and devotion, patram pushpam phalam toyam, yume bhaktya prayachati. With love and devotion, if you are given, if you are chanting with a sense of urgency, that one name of Krishna, he is going to reject all the austerities, charity and whatnot and can deliver or become your servant. Why bhakti is so durlabha? Because Krishna doesn't want to give bhakti to anybody. You know why? Because if Krishna gives bhakti so easily, he knows he has to become the servant of his devotee. Who is the master in Goloka Vrindavan? Yeah. See? And Krishna is just serving Srimati Radharani. Huh? Krishna is still serving the devotees. Krishna is the servant. So Krishna don't want to. Krishna knows if I give this person a bhakti, I have to serve this person. Huh? So why he is going to give it to the person or to any devotee? So that's why bhakti is sudarlabha. Shri Shri Gaura Nitai ki jai, Ram Lakshman Janaki ki jai. So Krishna in Bhakti Sandarbha, Jiva Goswami says that he says about Arthavad. Lord Shri Krishna to Shri Bodhayan Muni, that even after hearing the importance or the result of my Nam Kirtan again and again, this devotee never ever have trust on it. Just don't have trust. And then Jiva Goswami is saying in the next paragraph, even though the glories of Nama are factual, but due to this approach of considering such glories to be Arthavad, Arthavad, we are unable to see nowadays the result of performing bhakti. Anucheda number 153, Bhakti Sandarbha. There is story of King Riga, which appears in chapter 64 of Canto 10th. This King Riga, although knew the glories of devotional service, but this King Riga, what he did, his preference was to perform charities. And that's the reason why this King Riga had to go to Yampuri. And this story of King Riga is related in Bhakti Sandarbha. Jiva Goswami is giving the connection to this story and saying, see, by considering the importance or the glories of bhakti as Arthavad, what happens? You fall under karma kanda, reactions. These are the five things which happens as symptoms of fading my bhakti. If any of this symptom is present in me, these are more of subtle symptoms. If any of the symptoms present in me, I am fading in my bhakti. I am fading in my bhakti. First is Kautilyam, crookedness. See, relationship is based on trust. Trust and love. If I am being crooked with devotees, Krishna can know in seconds, even before we recognize in ourselves that my crookedness is coming, Krishna knows it all. Next is Ashraddha. We have spoken about it, lack of faith in Shastras. Bhagavan Nishta Chakavastav Antra Bhineyeshava. Absorption in things that make one fall from firm faith in Bhagavan. After 20 years of chanting, suddenly mundane world, material world start looking appealing to me. Appealing to me. I start performing so many things which I used to do before. Bhakti Shaithilyam. And because of the above mentioned point, my bhakti is slackening. I am ignoring my Gayatri. I am ignoring my chanting. I am waking up late in the night to watch shows, movies, eating outside just to satisfy my belly. Bhakti Shatilatam. Next is Swabhakti Adi Karta Manvitam. Pride in executing acts of bhakti. I am a superstar. Do you know me? Do you know me? I am a superstar. And I have thousands of views on YouTube, Instagram. People follow me, right? So it's like I came here to become a pure devotee for the first day, and now I have become a merchant of kapas. There is a story. I just came in the temple. I was aspiring for pure devotional service, but what I started doing, started making battis in the temple, right? That cotton wicks for the service of Lord. And people started praising me. Wow, Mataji, you are an excellent batti maker, right? You are an excellent ghee wick maker. Wow, why don't you start your business? Good idea. I just start my business, and from there it all goes. Bhakti making, from pure devotional bhakti to bhakti making, kapas business or the merchant business of cotton, right? I'm started doing that. These all are subtle symptoms. But Rupa Goswami in his book Nectar of Instruction is giving gross symptoms. What are those gross 6 symptoms? Atyahar, Prayasa, Prajalpa, Niyamagraha, Jang Sangastu Lolyam Cha, Shadbir Bhakti, Vinashyati. 6 gross symptoms. These are the 5 subtle symptoms from where it starts. But what is happening still, Mataji? You keep talking about the anarthas. It's just like, whenever people complain, we say, can you give me the solution? What is the solution? We keep hearing this enough. What is the solution and where the problem lies? Now the showstopper of the presentation comes. Where the problem lies? It's in the mind. The mind is just like an iceberg. The 2 portions which you can see, the above portion is conscious mind, and beneath the water is subconscious mind. Now this conscious mind we all are aware of. Like I'm thinking in the temple, I'm coming and I'm thinking, wow, what a nice sari, Mataji is really looking good. Conscious mind. Subconscious mind has what? Subconscious mind have those things which I don't know or I have forgotten. And this is how this mind works. Samskara, the impressions or imprints from previous lives, both positive and negative. With these samskaras or impressions, when I see an object, it reminds me of those experiences, and the desire, the seed of desire which is there in my subconscious mind just arise. And they convert into my desire of achieving something. And this vasana, fueled by samskara, impression, gives the transformation of my emotions. Heart transformation. Heart is what? Seat of emotions. When we talk about heart in bhakti, it's not the biological part in the body. We're talking about the heart of emotions, which is again the part of a mind, subconscious mind. Now, vrittis and this mental emotion push me to perform a particular activity which I don't want to do. And that's why we wonder, why after such a long time of bhakti, this Prabhuji or this Mataji just left ISKCON. Samskaras. Now what is the solution? Samskara, okay. And Krishna in Bhagavad Gita 6:34, what he is saying? Not Krishna, sorry, Arjuna. Chanchalam ki manha Krishna paramathi balabhadridam tasyaham nigraham manye vayur eva sa dushkaram. This mind is what? Flickering. Flickering, turbulent, obstinate and very, very strong. I cannot control it, Krishna. I can control wind, but I cannot control mind. Then what Krishna replied? What are you talking, Arjuna? You just heard so many slokas from me and you're still on the same place. Did Krishna say like that? No. What did Krishna say? Krishna spoke, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Asamshayam hi mahabaho mano durnigraham chalam abhyasena tu konteya vairagyena chagrayate. Krishna gave solution himself, right? We just spoke about mind, right? And this mind is strong and so many, Arjun is talking about this mind. But what's the solution? So many things present in mind. But one thing which is present in mind, it is very, very good and can help us. You know what's that thing? Mind can get easily addicted. Can get easily addicted to any activity. But the part is that you keep repeating on that activity. How many of you have the experience that, when we get up in the morning at certain point of time, even if I don't put an alarm, I still get up at the same time. We have this experience. Yeah, we have this experience. Fair enough. We all have this experience. So similarly, when I keep giving my mind the powerful habits, then my mind is going to come under my control. And all those past impressions, the whole is going to get created. And all those past impressions are going to flush away. And new impressions are going to build. But it's all of our responsibility to give our mind what? Association of devotees. This is a very vague term. Association of devotees. Srila Jiva Goswami explained in Bhakti Sandarbha what kind of devotees. Like for example, I love to watch movies. Mataji loves to watch movie. Let's become friends. I am associating with devotees, right? I am associating with devotees. What is the wrong thing in doing that? We have to associate with those devotees who can uplift my consciousness. But that does not mean that I will befriend you. Because I think that you might not be on that level. No. I should remain friends and respectful to all the Vaishnavas. Otherwise, I am going to commit what aparad? Aparado anartha. Association of realized and advanced devotees. Books. Reading of scripture is the most neglected part, what I have seen in my life also for a certain period of time. Books are the basis. Directly our teachers are speaking to us. After realizing for a long period of time why I am not moving, I started researching into the books of our acharyas, and then I realized where I am not going, why I am not going forward. Chanting whimsically? No, attentively. It's important. I remember first year of my marriage when I came here, somebody told me that chant just like you are brushing your teeth. I'm like, really? It's very easy, brushing your teeth without even consciousness, I am brushing my teeth. But Sanatana Goswami in Hari Bhakti Vilas is giving 6 recommendations for chanting. Maybe in some other class we will take only the chanting part. And the D is eating sattvic food offered to Krishna. And when A, B, C, D is happening, you will see your subconscious mind start going to change. Keep repeating these activities and Vaishnava etiquette comes into you. You will not see anybody your enemy, just like Prahlad Maharaj. And what is the gross part, sthul part, which has been given to us by Rupa Goswami in Nectar of Instruction for increasing my bhakti? When I am giving powerful habits to my mind, then utsaha, enthusiasm. Yes, I can do it. Okay, Krishna doesn't want to give me darshan this. Okay, maybe next time. Nishchayat, confidence. Dhairyat, patience. Tat karma pravartanat, following the regulative principle consciously. And Sanga Tyaga, giving up the association of non-devotees. But by this we should not disrespect anybody. If I am disrespecting any human being, that means let me just come on to a sub-religious principle first. And then to talk about getting into the stages of devotional service. Being a devotee means being respectful to everybody. You are a non-devotee, I am not talking to you because Rupa Goswami is saying, right? No. There is a deep meaning of association. Accepting your point of view, that's the association. You can be in the midst of so many mundane people, but at the same time you can reject their association. And there are so many examples in our Bhagavatam. Look at Srila Prahlad Maharaj. He was just surrounded with the demons all the time. He is the one who gave his association to demon friends. Satovritti, following in the footsteps of previous acharyas. Now when I keep giving my mind this feed all the time, A, B, C, D, E, and our ISKCON centers we have established just to give all of you these powerful habits. Wake up early, chant, associate with mentors, devotees, eat good prasadam, and then follow Vaishnava etiquette. So please, my humble request to all of you, please keep coming, please take association and try to jump on to the next stage of devotional service. Our acharyas have guaranteed that my bhakti I am going to rise in my consciousness. Bhakti is an internal process, not the external. Again, I am very, very thankful to all of you for giving me thus a beautiful chance to speak on the glories of bhakti and also presenting in front of you the symptoms of fading bhakti. I myself is struggling in my life. I am not a pure devotee at all by any means, but I am trying, and please all of you bless me with all of your heart that maybe in some day, by the mercy of Guru, Gauranga, and all of you Vaishnavas, I can reach up to that point where I can see Vrajendra Nandan Shri Krishna in the land of Shri Vrindavan Dham. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much, Madhuri Goenga Mataji, for a wonderful class full with so much enthusiasm and liveliness and practical tips and energy. So we thank her very much for coming all the way from Philadelphia, spending the time with us. I'm sure we'll invite you again soon. And thank you all so much. So I believe prasad is being served outside. Please do not bring prasad into the temple room. Shayan Darshan will be exactly 7:15. Please come back in time for that. Thank you all so much. Hare Krishna.